G'day, g'day. How you going? Woohoo! Welcome back.
Episode 10.
Episode 10. It is so cool.
Episode 10.
Episode.
As it has been said before.
Oh, there you go. How's everyone been? I hope you are all thriving. Hope you are having fun, enjoying life, all the fun stuff. What are we going to talk about today, Benjamin? We've got a few cool things. This is how I open it every time. I'm always like, what are we talking about today, Benjamin?
Well, I don't really know today. I want
to start with your story.
Yeah. So, one of my stories. So, the other day, this is really interesting. So, generally, when you have a dream, like at night, not like your dreams in general. Like when you're sleeping and you're having a dream, generally it's like a movie playing in your head. Now, just like when you watch a movie on TV, you don't feel, the person getting shot or, whatever. You're just watching it. And that's how I feel I've seen, 99% of my dreams, right?
Yeah.
Like a movie.
Yeah.
Now, the other day, like 2 nights ago, I had this dream and my pop was there. Yeah. I can't remember what the situation was, but I think he was sort of laying down, like my pop's passed away for people that don't know. He was lying there and holding both of my hands and we were both telling each other we love each other.
Yeah.
But he, from my memory of when he'd hold your hand or shake your hand or something like that, I could feel that. Like I could feel it so intensely.
Like exactly the same?
Oh, just...
Yeah.
I woke up
you would have been gobsmacked.
Yeah. Like I didn't know what to think. Well, I always think that when someone that's died, if you see them in a dream, that they're there, they've come to say hello sort of thing. I believe that. But yeah, I've never had such an intense feeling. Like I could feel him holding my hands. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, no, I love that. And yeah, I don't know how to it's pretty hard to even explain for yourself, I guess, but that's friggin' crazy.
Yeah.
I've never had a dream where someone's come to me that's passed away, but I've had
at all.
No, not that I can remember. But I have more sort of visualizations or I'll be looking at something throughout the day and it's like they're there, and I'm 100% certain that I just saw someone.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not legit, but I really do believe in afterlife, spirit, soul, and all that. And our family's been pretty into the whole clairvoyant type stuff and talking to people that have passed and whatnot. I really think that they're there watching you. And then I reckon they do show you signs, so you've just sort of got to acknowledge those signs and stuff. So your dream the other night would have been 100% a big sign.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm.
I kind of wish I had a dream like that one day.
Yeah. Very, very intense.
Closest thing I've had has been at the chicken shop and thinking my pa was sitting there ordering chicken. Yeah. But I legit thought he was there. I was almost going to go up to this person, and the person looked nothing like me pa anyway. I just it was just
like a vision.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
But I still remember that. That was cool. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Our great friend Jacinta, has given us many, many, many ideas this week.
Yeah, bucket loads, absolutely bucket loads. I just want to say, Jacinta, if you're listening, seeing you twice this week, you have boosted my energy. So anyone that doesn't know Jacinta, she is a light worker.
Yeah.
And the energy she puts out into this world is next level. And I felt it I was just at work.
Yeah.
And the first time she came in, because to be honest, I've been in a bit of a rut for a month. Not depressed or anything, but just, you can't get out of your own way sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the energy that I got from her when she was in the store for a short period of time, I felt like I'd have my batteries recharged or something. I was like, wow, I haven't felt this for a little while. I was just like, wow. And then she came in the next day. And I told her, I said, you're a bloody light worker.
Yeah.
And, I just think she's bloody amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And full of ideas.
Yeah.
How good is butter chicken was one of them.
Yeah.
Butter chicken's pretty good.
Mate, better than pretty good.
Yes.
The best.
I still think Mum cooks good butter chicken. She hates cooking it.
Yeah.
Oh, Siri.
Hi, Siri.
Hi, Siri. Welcome to the podcast. Sorry, on today's podcast, we have Siri talking to us. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Wonder what sort of shit she'd have to say.
Hey, Siri. How good is butter chicken?
For how good is butter chicken? Check it out.
Hey, Siri. How much can a wood chop?
A woodchuck, all the wood he could chuck, if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Wow, she gets that down.
Yeah.
Wow, good work. Good night, Cindy. I mean... It's not even Cindy.
Good night, Sydney.
I'm losing the potty.
Yeah, you are. You cracked up something. That's amazing.
Just because when I said it, it sounded so funny. And I was like, oh my God, it's not even Cindy, it's Siri. Wow.
How funny would that be if it was Ask Cindy? Like, it doesn't sound as good, does it?
What's like Google's name called? Is there
Google.
Just Google.
Mm.
Oh yeah, hey Google, you know,
Yeah.
Is there any other funky names out there? Like
There's Alexa, which is Amazon.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Bixby is like a Samsung one.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, I'm not really sure. But your Alexa and Google are pretty popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben's still recovering from
Still got this bloody
COVID-19.
Yeah.
So beware.
Yeah. Don't come near me.
Now, we could barely make it in here. It's stocked up on so much shitter paper that you had to swim to get to the bloody room where we record a podcast.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, one of those ones.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go through some of these comments that Jacinta left.
Yeah.
While you're looking, I'll talk about me elephant one.
Oh,
Sound good?
Yep,
so you have a look.
All right.
So just one of Jacinta's comments was like how crazy it is how elephants, such big species of animal, have like intense emotions. Very similar to almost like human type emotions. Obviously, you look at your little puppy dog and they're just so loyal, so happy for you, and like their emotion is just amazing. You can see it in their eyes. But for such a huge animal, it's just crazy how intensely elephants like have emotions and like share emotions, process them. I don't actually know how they process them. A part of the comment was how do they process them, but I didn't have enough time to sort of look into that. But they're like, even though they haven't scientifically confirmed, like there's a lot of people that do believe that elephants do cry tears, and they also have and they also have like their version of a laugh. Like they're just super emotional. Like consciousnesses.
Yeah.
Is that even a word? Yeah, got it.
I think so.
Yeah, I just think I gave it a quick Google, and it just fascinates me. So I'm definitely going to look more into that. I find that amazing. I'm just going to watch elephants on Edinburgh for like 6 hours straight now.
Mm-hmm.
This elephant is crying tears, real tears. Good impression.
Good one. So this was one that I really liked. Because I sort of struggled with this at school. There's so many here. I'm just trying to write a list.
Oh, there's many. I've got a couple on my mind, but you go with the school one.
So, what I found annoying at school was you taught the curriculum, and the curriculum is not. It's made to. Well, it's sort of like I always bring up the whole sheep thing, And
well, it is really.
Yeah.
It's made to serve a huge population of people, and it doesn't really differ.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not always nothing's for everyone.
So it's sort of like, you go through school and it gives you the basic skills to then go to uni, to learn more, to then get a job for the rest of your life sort of thing. I was never like that. When I was 16, I started my own business, and then, school was less important to me after that.
Yeah.
But what I loved was because I went from VCE, because I started failing VCE classes.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't attending, as much days and stuff, because I was off, filming whatever. And so I went to VCAL, and so did you at the same time. And that was so much better in the way it still had its curriculum, but as long as you were, had the, the certain dot points and stuff of the curriculum, you could do it in any way you like. You could build a sandcastle, and as long as it's got the certain, data in it,
yeah,
that would be fine. Like, you could do it in any way you like, and that's what I really loved about that, because I'd always just be shooting videos for different subjects and stuff. And
yeah, you loved it.
When we did VCAL, what was it? What was the song? It was Sexy Back, but did I call it VCAL Back or something like that? But
yeah, we're bringing VCAL back.
Yeah. It was so funny. So that's what I really loved about that. But then, so essentially what I'm trying to say is that if it were possible, imagine if everybody could do that, but also, be taught, how to do your taxes, because that's something that, you do when you finish school, and all of a sudden, you don't even know how to do those sorts of things, like daily life sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. You do get taught quite a lot of other stuff.
I just reckon a lot of it, a big chunk of it, is absolute bullshit.
Like what?
It's hard to put into words, but there's not much stuff that I really feel, besides the year in VCAL. I love my year in VCAL. But before that, I don't really feel like there's much I learned besides, obviously knowing a bit of math and English.
Yeah.
All the other, little classes you did and stuff.
Yeah.
Bit of home can't even talk.
Yeah.
Home ecco was good. I liked cooking.
Yeah.
But all the other stuff is just boring. I remember thinking of it as a pyramid.
Yeah.
And I felt so much pressure towards the end of school, because it was you had to pick one thing to go for the rest of your life.
That's right. Yeah.
I just felt like it was set up to fail, really.
Yeah.
Because I did the first year as VCE.
Yeah.
And then I think I changed to VCAL year 12.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
But it's all to the individual, though.
Yeah. Well, some people thrive off VCE and stuff.
Yeah. And that's just how it is. But the pressure that is put on kids these days to get the right ATAR and this and that is ridiculous. Kids are, I remember when Emma went through VCE, Karen was always saying, with all the homework and then doing a job, because she'd gotten a part-time job, and it's just hours and hours and hours of all this homework, and that obviously depends on the subjects and stuff, but it's a very, very intense couple of years.
Yeah.
And especially the last one, is really, really intense.
Yeah, I couldn't hack it. I still got decent scores in year 11 VCE, but I wouldn't have been able to cope with year 12. And I feel I don't think my mental health would have coped in year 12. I really feel like that would have just declined. And I reckon the more years go on, the more people, mental health becomes more real. And also more so in teenagers and the schooling sort of system.
Yeah.
And, if I changed to VCAL and still felt all that pressure throughout my last years of school, I could not imagine students these days going through.
Yeah, that's right.
It'd be scary as shit.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. This is a bit of a funny one. And there's a few questions to it, so I'll just say the whole thing. Is there a reason why funeral is spelt with fun in it? Is it fun to die? Is fun still to come? Are we waiting for the fun to begin? Or have we just lived out our fun? Is it because we are celebrating life and that was a fun occasion? And so, what happens when you die? Now,
that is a good one.
It's a funny, multi-part thing. But what? I I actually don't know the meaning of funeral if you looked it up in the dictionary, like, in terms of why fun is in it. And I think it's more of just it's a coincidence. But when it comes to death, I think about Ricky Gervais, because he's very real about it, in the fact that, there was 14 billion years before us that we didn't exist for.
Yeah.
And we didn't worry about it because we weren't alive. And the same is going to happen after. And he's said himself that, that doesn't mean that he isn't scared of dying, because you don't know how it's going to happen. It could be in any way, but, I think, eventually it's going to reach, it's going to be sad. But once that's over, then you don't know anything about it.
2 days afterwards, everyone moves on.
Yeah.
Playoffs stop getting set.
Yep.
Oh, life is beautiful.
Yeah. So I do think, and there's lots of sort of theories behind death, and, nobody knows.
Isn't that crazy? Like how no one knows. Like, it's probably like one of the number one things that you just can't find out.
Yeah, that's right.
It fascinates me.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Elon Musk, he says, we all could be in a computer simulation for all we know.
Like the Truman Show.
Yeah, basically.
When he says computer simulation, I've never really understood.
Yeah.
But what does he mean by that?
Like we're the Sims, basically.
So our every move's controlled? Like, would I be getting controlled right now talking?
Yeah.
And someone's playing me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like, yeah.
Seems a bit far-fetched.
Well, that's the way I take it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like we're a computer game, essentially. Yeah. So there's that. It's all different theories, but and then gods and all that stuff. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. In terms of what happens when you die, I believe that you do go on, I just don't think that you can have, feelings like I did the other night,
No, it's like, because your pa was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I really feel like, we are like energy, we are spirits, basically.
Yeah.
Like, we're just in a human body, living a human life. Like, we're not just going to disappear once our body is worn out and isn't going to work anymore.
Yeah.
I always think, how does everything that was in that body just die and just your body might decay and like you're not in that shell anymore.
Yeah.
But there's so much more to life, I reckon, and like, with like clairvoyance and like speaking to past people and some of the stuff they know.
Yeah.
Is
that's
just
the thing. Like, you can't know that shit.
You can't know that. I really just think that there is an afterlife. I don't know. No one knows in what sort of form. I hope it's sitting at a bar having a Jack on ice and chilling out and just keeping an eye on people. But who knows? But yeah, I don't think it just stops.
Yeah.
I used to be really scared. When you're a kid and you sort of I know you just think stuff. I used to think if you died, you just saw black. And like you were just stuck seeing black for the rest of your life. But even though you died, I was like, wow, I've got to live until eternity.
Yeah.
Like just looking at black screen.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful now to know that that's not the case.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping so anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much here.
I know, there was heaps. I loved it.
It is awesome. How much time have I got left? I think there's still 10 minutes on that one.
How much time have I got left? Shout out to KY Ben's looking for stuff. You released another song the other week and it was pretty good. Good old SoundCloud. Get back on it.
I like this.
What's this?
So, I was telling you before how Guest Theory have this new app and they do challenges and stuff like that. And one of them at the moment is to put up sticky notes around, at your toilet at work or, like wherever it might be.
Yeah.
Put up a sticky note with a positive comment or a quote or something like that on it. What this question is how do we spread kindness? And that is one way, just a simple thing like that of just, putting a note. Like today, I could have easily not gone and, helped a mate put petrol in his car, and I wouldn't have been able to if I'd have been at work. I thought how lucky I wasn't at work. But what's the point in me if I've been asked to do it?
Yeah.
What's the point in me not doing it? You know what I mean? Like,
it comes down to, when it's possible for you to help someone out.
Yeah.
You do it. Well, that's a form of kindness, just being a good mate, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know. You have to be a pretty down sort of negative person to be like,
well, I'm not
no, I've definitely got a jerry can at home. I've definitely got a car to drop it off to you, but no.
I'm too busy watching TV.
Kindness. How can you spread kindness? Well, I like to have something I've started doing when I'm talking to the customers and stuff at work is not just have a mundane, hey, how you going stuff. I usually go, what do you know? Or something like talk to them as if I've sort of already known them if I don't. I try to do that to people, and usually you instantly get a much better real conversation. Even if it's only for 30 seconds, they'll tell you what they've done this morning. Like, I absolutely love it. That's what probably keeps me sane at work, to be honest. But every time I see people now, I try and rather than just go, how you going, the usual shit, I really try and be like, what do you know?
And that's the thing,
throw in a phrase. Love it.
When those people leave, they would notice that and be like, oh, how awesome was that?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I always like to leave an impression. Like, there was a quote that I found the other day, and it said, people will forget what you said, what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Yeah. And I found that quote after Jacinta was in work because I felt amazing. Yeah. And it's weird how I found that quote. I wasn't looking for a quote like that or anything. I love it how things just all work out on the same day. Yeah. And that's generally how I try and approach people. I love just talking differently, slightly, just to get a better experience. So that's a way of spreading kindness. Compliments. If someone's wearing a cool top, I'll try and tell them that. What do you sort of do? But even just giving way, I notice that you a lot of the time will, you don't have to, but you give way to a lot of people or let someone walk over.
Let people cross
You know
the
what
road.
I mean? There's just little things I think that you do unconsciously.
Yeah, I do that quite a lot, especially for elderly people.
Yeah.
Because and especially if there isn't anybody behind me, I'll just keep going because then they'll walk across the road anyway. Yeah. But if I notice there's 3 or 4 cars behind me, I'll just stop and let them walk across the road because otherwise they'll be standing on the bloody corner for hours trying to cross the road.
I feel, one thing you want to know, I feel so guilty when a car stops and does their finger thing for me to go over the road because I can't see it. So most of the time, if they've stayed there long enough, I have to guess and think, okay, they're letting me walk. Yeah. So I wave the whole time I'm walking just so they don't drive over me. Yeah. But I actually feel really guilty. I'd rather walk over, jaywalk, or go a longer route to get somewhere than actually have to take a crossing where there's the potential of that.
That's very interesting. I've never thought about that.
Yeah, I've struggled with that ages. Yeah. Because, I hate... It's not that I hate crossing roads and stuff, but I just hate the feeling of, they're probably stopping for me and using their, finger to wave me over, and I just can't see them. And then they think, oh, you rude bastard. I'm trying to help you. That's, it's just a funny little quirk of mine. Yeah. So if you ever see me down the street and you're stopping and doing the whole finger thing, chances are I'm probably going to start walking. So just wait a sec. Yeah. And I'll probably be waving like this. I won't see who you are. And you'll be like, what a snobby bastard. He's happy waver though.
Yeah, that's it.
There's another question we could lead into from what you said about how you walked, let elderly people go over. We'll probably have to start and restart this again in a sec. But Jacinta said how we should spend more time talking to the elderly, or should we? Should if when? Yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, absolutely. Mum went and took the dogs for a haircut yesterday, I think it was, and there was a bloke coming along the road, and he stopped and he was like smelling the roses out the front of someone's house.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then he keeps coming, and Mum was sort of just getting out of the car and stuff, and she might have stopped to let him walk past or something, but he stopped as well and just started having a chat and what he'd been doing and, you know, whatever. And Mum just, you know, like listened and like had a bit of a chat. And as he was going off, he said, "Oh, you know, thanks so much for listening," and off he went. You know?
Yeah.
And I said, like, that, like, how easy is that to make someone's day? All you have to do is listen for a minute.
They just want to be heard. When I used to go around to my nana's house and stuff, when like I was a lot younger, they'd start rattling off a story and I'd be like, "Oh, here we go, far out," you know, like, and you never listen, you just tune out. Yeah. But since I've sort of learned how to be more present, I just like surrender to the moment. You're going to be stuck there listening to them. You might as well just get everything out of them that you can. And
there's
I absolutely
so much wisdom.
Like I love hearing like Nana's stories and like even just how she had to get to school and like all the different routes she had to take, and like people actually had, like, it was hard yakka back then to do anything. And like
absolutely,
she worked in a department store in Melbourne and had to like run down and collect the orders and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, it was just like, you know, all on foot, like, you know, all run around all Melbourne. Yeah. I just find like heaps of stories fascinating, you know, going to the old dances back in the time, you know, when men were like gentlemen and the ladies were ladies. Like, I just think I'd love to live a couple of weeks in that time.
Yeah. Would be very cool.
So yeah, I definitely think, like I have an old, what's it called? Tutorer. And she lives in a nursing home now. And I've gone and seen her twice. Yeah. I don't have to, of course. Yeah. But she is so grateful when I'm there because she wouldn't see many people. Yeah. I took her out for a walk popped her in a wheelchair because her mobility is not as good anymore. Yeah. And we just went for a walk around sort of Sunnyside area. Yeah. And she absolutely loved it. There was a couple of times where like I'm not good with a wheelchair. I nearly like tipped her out. She's like, oh. It was pretty funny. But, you know, we had coffee, we had a chat. I was probably there for bloody 4 hours. Yeah. But the stories are just awesome, I reckon. Yeah. They just have a really good outlook on life and are just pretty grateful to be there in the moment as they are now. Yeah. Yeah, not trying to prove a point. I feel like people's egos get in the way of a good connection these days, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like when you talk to the elderly, they've got no ego left. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they just want to be heard and, you know, share some love around, I reckon. Yeah. Yes. Moving on anyway.
Yeah.
In the waiting bay. Oh, while you're looking, I'm going to talk about me vibration thing. So cool. I did a what's your vibration test. There's a link. You just type it in Google. What's your vibration? So vibration is sort of where your energy frequency is. If you're not really into all that sort of stuff, you know, don't have to be. But if you are and you want to sort of find out where you are day to day on like a vibrational level, energy, spirit, you just go into the test. It asks you like all these different questions, and it has like, it comes up with sort of like what's your frequency. Very similar to the personality test. Yeah.
But what do you mean? Because I haven't done this yet.
So frequency is like vibration. Like it's just down to like mindfulness. So everything is a vibration. So like I'll list all the different vibrations, and it's basically just feelings, emotions, and like if you're feeling or you have a lot of this emotion, like your vibration level will be say 50, and then I'll read them out. It's really interesting, and
oh, this is a good question.
So for instance, grief, apathy, guilt, fear, what do we got? Anger, rage, all those sort of feelings, emotions are really low vibration, obviously. So they're about between 50 to 175.
Yeah.
And then you go up if you know you're if you've got reason, acceptance, willingness, all that stuff. Those are sort of hovering between 300 up to 400.
Yeah.
And then the things like peace, enlightenment,
Yeah.
joy, love, passion, all those things are up, you know, between 500 and 700. And
Yeah.
it's just a chart that sort of shows the emotions that you feel and like where it sits on like a vibrational level to...
Yeah.
And it just comes down to like a lot of people would use that if they do a lot of meditation.
Yeah.
Because that's how you can...
And what was your one?
Mine was sitting at... I think when I did it and they sent me like an achiever one, but there's actually no like set thing for achiever. So I think mine was between passion, acceptance, and willingness.
Yeah.
So that sits between around the 400 mark.
Yeah.
But I can get up to about 700 if I keep on my path.
Yeah.
Enlightenment is the is like 700 plus, and
Yeah.
that's like people that are just, you know, love being in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, happy-go-lucky sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to do that. So what? Do you just do it?
I'll send you the link, but
Like
anyone
how often
listening...
are you meant to do it, though? Like,
Oh, you can do it. So what happens is it's Aaron Dowdy. So for anyone that doesn't know, he's a YouTuber, podcaster, just very mindfulness guru. It's his website. You just type in "What's my vibration?" Comes up
that's
first.
his one.
First one on Google. It'll ask you, I think, 18 questions, and then it'll give you a rough idea of where your vibrational sort of energies like levels are, and then he'll send, and they'll have 2 meditations that you can practice for 21 days that'll bring you to the next level.
Yeah, right.
It's powerful stuff. I know, like, if people are listening that sort of have a grasp on mindfulness and stuff, they'll understand.
Yeah.
Other people will probably think it's a load of crock. But I used to, like, I remember when I saw people that would go on nature walks and be all, you know, a bit like woohoo. I used to think, I'm never going to be like that. How could ya?
Yeah.
But I just think it's the most beautiful way to be. And, it just makes life so much better.
So good. Yeah.
It feels amazing. Everyone is here to feel good.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't. Like majority don't feel, you know, very satisfied.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like people think the world's quite a harsh, unpleasant place to live in, but it's what you make of it.
Oh,
it's just changing your perception and expand your consciousness. That's what Aaron says. Don't sue me.
Yeah.
But anyway, go on because I'll bang on.
Now, you'll think this is funny.
I'm ready.
What's your favourite ice cream flavour and why?
Oh, now I'm a plain Jane. I love vanilla with macadamia nuts.
Oh, yeah.
I used to just be a plain vanilla boy.
Yeah.
But but now I have
Still
a bit of and macadamia nuts added to it.
Ugh.
Yeah, waffle cone.
Yeah.
What about you? You'd have about 6... Oh, he'll be here for 6 hours deciding on which flavour. For anyone that knows Ben, deciding on it...
What's that? If anybody here knows Ben.
For anyone that knows Ben, he has a hard time deciding what's his favourite flavour or meal to choose from.
Yeah. Well, it's
a big deal.
Tough decisions.
Yeah.
That's funny. I was in Halls Gap the other day. If you're not from, you know, Horsham or around our area, or near the Grampians, the best ice cream ever. Halls Gap. So good. And, well, unless you live in Italy, but technically that's gelato.
Oh.
Anyway. So,
wasn't gelato just beautiful?
Yeah, he's good. Anyway, so ice cream. So, yeah, Halls Gap. Awesome ice cream. I think it should be illegal to go there and not buy one. It's that good. The other day I was there, and you know they've probably got 30 flavors or something. Like there's heaps of them, and I just walk in and I know what I'm up for. Like I'm like, oh my god, you know this is gonna take me hours.
Ben was probably sweating and going red.
Yeah, probably. And I literally said to the woman behind the counter, because she was like, oh, can I help? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to take a little while to make a decision here. She's like, oh yeah. I'm like, it's a big decision. This, it's control your life sort of deal. And she's like, oh yeah, for sure. And I'm like, yeah, like it'll make or break my day. That was funny. Anyway, that particular time, I am going through a thing at the moment where mango is really nice. So there's the one there was white chocolate and mango. Oh my god! And Lindt do a really good chocolate, like one of those chocolate ball things that's white chocolate and mango. So I was set. Like I was loving that. And then there was like a boysenberry one, I think it was, I had as well. But and then just two scoop. That's all. And then. But yeah, I think at the moment, white chocolate and mango.
What about Old English toffee?
Ooh,
now that's
what I mean. Like
see,
all
now,
of them are
now
good.
we've opened the can of worms.
Yeah.
On another note, do you know once I put mothballs in the lolly section?
I do know that. Yeah, I remember.
How funny is that?
I think I was still at work when
How
you did
did
that.
I not know that mothballs didn't stink like shit? And I thought, ooh, mothballs, they are a lolly.
Yeah.
Far out.
Funny as.
I just remembered that. I couldn't hold it back. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that was good. What are we going for? So we're probably at about 35 minutes or something now. Like ways to manage stress and mental health. I think we've sort of talked quite a bit about that.
Yeah, I think we do cover mental health and all that sort of stuff
Quite a lot.
But that's because it's for me, it's my purpose. Like I really love all that mindfulness stuff. We don't really need to go in depth in that today because it's just all the usual shit.
This is actually an interesting one, and I think we'll probably talk about it for enough that it might even be our last one. Should we legalise drugs?
Should we legalise drugs?
Yeah, like I could probably talk about this for quite a while. Like, you've got countries like, because I think Canada, weed is illegal. Legal.
Yeah, Canada, multiple states in the US.
Yeah.
Parts of Europe.
Yeah. So like Amsterdam and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Because ACT, they've legalised cannabis, haven't they? And in South Australia, you can grow it too. You can have a couple plants.
Okay.
So there's a bit of leeway depending on what sort of state you're in, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a really hard, vague question because there are reasons why I think cannabis should be legalised worldwide.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're a bit of a crazy, you shouldn't have it because it'll make you crazy.
Yeah.
Anything is too much, if you're doing it. So, but the benefits of weed as such, I just think for health reasons and stuff, like Olivia Newton-John fascinates me.
Yeah.
She had stage 4 metastasized breast cancer that went into her bone and her spinal cords and stuff. Yeah. She is now in remission. And
is she really?
She is in remission. She had the same cancer that Love Your Sister's Connie had.
Yeah.
And I really wish Connie had had some treatment overseas and stuff, but she lasted a long time. Yeah. Bless her soul. I friggin' love her. Yeah. But Olivia Newton-John, she's a huge advocate for marijuana, like the medical side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, because that was looking pretty bad.
That was like this time last year when she released her audio biography. I know a fair bit about the whole cancer battle with her because I'm just fascinated by it. Like, she was looking so skinny. Yeah. She was pretty well, fucked, really. Yeah. And she is looking really fit now. She won't probably stay in remission. The cancer will eventually, kill her. Yeah. But her tumours have shrunk so much. Yeah. And obviously she has some treatment at the ONJ Centre. Yeah. But I think if she wasn't using medical marijuana, she'd be a goner. As for other drugs, I think no bloody way. Yeah. They have started microdosing mushrooms or something for people with post-traumatic stress disorder and stuff. I don't know enough about it to sort of have a proper opinion on it.
Interesting.
The thing is, some things can, and the thing is, this is another thing too. There are many drugs that people take on the weekends to get high that realistically some people almost take every day, but because they've got a script in their hand, it's not looked at.
Yeah.
There's some bad shit that the doctors give you.
Yeah, because there's like, pills and stuff that the doctors give you that are
Duromine gets handed
technically
out
like
heaps.
speed and stuff
Duromine
like that.
is speed. That gets handed out like it's going out of fashion.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, people that sell these companies that you go to the doctor to, they're a business. They want to make more money. The more people on these drugs, the more money they make, the happier they are.
Yeah.
It really just comes down to the drugs that are made in a lab, I guess, are a lot cleaner and they know what's in them to the other ones.
Yeah.
But the whole drugs thing, I feel like, it's the same. You don't look at someone that's an alcoholic that drinks every day because it's legal, but then someone that, has a bit of hooter or whatever, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
But I don't think it should be legalized. What's your thoughts?
What?
I think marijuana should be legalized for like medical use. So like I think it should be legalized, but it has to have some sort of boundaries. Like in America, you've got to go to like a station to get it. Like not a gas station. They've got like little, almost like vending machines, but they're in a room. It's monitored. You can only get so much. Yeah. Obviously, people are just gonna, because it's legal. You're not gonna get in trouble if you're growing and stuff. But they have measures in place so the average person is going to the place just getting the cannabis. It's not going to be laced or with anything else. Yeah. There's got to be really strict type measures with it, I feel. Yeah. Then again, I don't have enough education on anything like that related, so I can't really have an opinion where it must be done this way. I just think, if it was just like free range and go as hard as you want, like I just feel like it
wouldn't end well.
I just no thanks. But I just think there's pros and cons to everything.
Oh, absolutely.
Everything too much, is bad. But I'm not really. That's sort of that's just sort of my opinion, but not an actual like idea. Yeah. Yeah. What about yourself?
I don't know. I'm probably similar to what you think, I suppose. Like, I think definitely, that's mind blown me, like that Olivia Newton-John is in remission.
It's absolutely beautiful. People with Parkinson's disease have a couple drops of cannabis oil on like a toast or a cracker, and then they don't shake for the day. Like
things like that is amazing.
People need to get over the whole hippie thing about people that use cannabis and stuff, I feel, because like there are the whole plant, like a lot of people, I don't know, they smoke a certain part of it, but the actual whole plant as one can do so much in so many different fields, and I think it can cure a lot of things or be a good treatment. It's great for people that have chronic pain and stuff, but I just think it's got to be monitored so they're not just stoned out hippie for the rest of their lives.
That's right.
Yeah.
I agree. Like I think that's the way.
You still got to be like a
way
citizen.
It should be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Not going to go in barefoot and start hugging trees for the rest of your life. You can if you want to. No judgment.
Look, there's nothing wrong with it, but I don't know. Like I sort of feel if that was the way you wanted to live your life, then
everyone can live
their
life. If you want to, smoke weed and hug trees, like if you're happy doing that, good on you.
Yeah, I think that's where it comes in. Is that if once you've been doing it, if you were doing it regularly and for a long time, I feel like that can lead to effects with your brain. I was actually watching a YouTube video or something a while back. Most of the time, people that sort of go super crazy that are on it is because, they sort of probably already had that in them. Yeah. And, that's just, heightening it. It's not like it actually causes that. Yeah. But I just feel like if it was legal and a lot of people went towards it, like I feel like, everyone, to make society work and stuff like that, you've got to, still get up and go to work and all that stuff. Imagine if everyone just became bloody hippies. Yeah. It'd be a peaceful world, I guess. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one would be rushing down to buy toilet paper. They'd be at the bloody bong store. Like, oh.
Getting their chips and dips and bloody all that sort of stuff. Some munchies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm trying to read backwards. I think we've been recording for probably about 45, 50 minutes now. So
that's probably enough for this episode anyway. There are some other questions I think just in a habit we can read them next time.
We can leave a
but
few.
yeah, thank you so much, Jacinta. I was amazed when you
legendary.
I was amazed when you sent all those comments. I had quite a few inboxes, not just from one person, but like 6 people about the coronavirus. Please no, we don't want to talk about that. It's boring.
Maybe when we're stuck in quarantine.
Yeah, when we're stuck in quarantine for 14 days, then we'll cover that. But
because that's all we'll have to talk about.
That's all people sort of giving me at the moment. So think outside the square, like Jacinta. Like even one of her things was, "How good is buttered chicken?" Like, that's amazing.
Well, that's great.
So yeah. What do we do now?
We'd be present.
We'd be present. We'd be positive.
Positive.
We'd be excited
and confident.
Confident. You're awesome.
You're awesome.
Have a good week.
See you in the next one.
Saudu.
Love you long time.